Anna's never had a drink, no?
No, but then you're the chauffeur when you don't drink. You know, with friends, you're driving them around. I never
But what
did.
was the thing in your head which made you not even want to have a sip?
I guess, like I said, my martial arts background, and then heavy drinkers at times in the family and what they go through.
Is that it? Like somebody you saw drinking heavily?
Not necessarily impacted. That hasn't impacted, or that's not the decision. But then I've seen people and behaviors change, and people change, and running a restaurant myself, a bar myself. We used to work with Dad and took care of the bar, and I used to see mild, timid guys change with one drink, with two drinks, with three drinks, and the fourth drink, and different personalities. So I think somewhere down the line, I also saw too much of that and decided, it's better to stay away. And then it became a challenge. And then people started, like I said, appreciating your health, and your career was dependent on your fitness.
I used to binge drink before. Like every once in a while, we'd all catch up, and once the friends around, it starts with one drink, and then you're suddenly binge drinking. But then the last 2-3 years, all the research I've done, I think binge drink, there's nothing more harmful that you can do to your body than binge drinking. Right? I know. So
do you drink, Mukesh?
Used to. I was a regular drinker, never really a heavy drinker, but I was into my wine. I think over a period of time, I learned to enjoy my wine. But every time I'll drink, next day I'll pay the price. I'll have a terrible sleep. I'll wake up, just feeling groggy and not up to it. I will definitely miss my workout. And whole day I'll feel like my brain is not working. Yeah. I'm like this, compromised, person, just there, but not really there. And then I'll remind myself, is it really worth it? Do I want to do it again? Next week will come by, next social occasion. Then you start with, one drink. Last year, I decided enough is enough. I stopped. It's been 9 months. I have not touched a drink. The intention is to not do drink. And I agree with you. All the research I've seen, this alcohol, I think has been marketed all too well, especially wine is good for you kind of marketing last 20 years. Absolutely bogus. There's no truth to it whatsoever. Alcohol, I guess I can say on this podcast, at this point, I believe alcohol is as bad as smoking. It's only a matter of time before... I think science already caught up. There is absolutely no dispute as far as science goes. But the mainstream media and the communication has not caught up. I think it's a matter of time. So
no, but there's one point there, right? So the thing is, apparently most people die of loneliness and stress. That's really the bigger killer than cardio or mental and etc. Right? Loneliness and stress. And then if a little bit of alcohol can get you over that, now the question is it a safe enough compromise to make or not, right? Because, if a drink is a reason for you to get together with friends, can it bring down the stress in a way, helping you in some way, right? There is that school of thought as well. But you need to be conscious of the fact that it's not good for you, physically in any way.
Yeah.
But can it somehow, help you bring down your stress, or help you get over any loneliness
and maybe the key is to keep it to just one drink. The problem is the inhibition goes down so much after first drink, and that's when your troubles start. It's just much easier to not drink than to have just one drink and stop, right? So that's like once the one becomes 2 or 3, and that's when I think you're well past solving for loneliness and social isolation and so on.